3D Stylized Elephant Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi everyone! In today's video I'm going to be showing you this henna sort of inspired elephant design with lots of rhinestones, a little bit of glitter, and just kind of shades of blue and teal, which actually go with what I'm wearing right now today, which is totally coincidental. But anyways, it's just a fun elephant. I love elephants. I have done other elephant nail art in the past. If you're interested in any of that, I'll put links to it in the description box below, so check there, as well as the links to some of the rhinestones and the other things that I've been using in this video. I got some new stuff, so I'll be putting links to those as well in the description box below. And don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well. So here are the rhinestones and things that I'm going to be showing you. And so here are the full cover tips, and these are all from a website called To Save. So like I said, I'll put links to them in the description box below. So I'm just gonna, show you the tips. I didn't use these ones, but they are all full cover tips. Yay! I've been getting more and more of those, which is really nice. It just kind of makes the process a little easier. So I got some that were square, some that were coffin, and then the stiletto ones like I showed you, which will be these ones here. So just, just kind of get a little variety of them. I'm kind of looking for, usually I wear either size 2 or a 3 on my nails when I've got an overlay on them already, which I have either dipping powder or polygel on all my nails, so they all have a little bit of extra thickness. The stiletto ones, though, they're not full cover. Those ones I do have to round off the tops, but and then I got some really crazy long ones, which I'm really excited to use. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but there will be something in the future done with those that, I don't know, I feel like they have lots of potential. And then there's also just a little box that I got to store these in, since I knew they would just be in little baggies. I figured having a nice box would make things, again, just quicken things up so it's not so, I don't know, you can just grab stuff quicker. Makes it all easier. I also got a brush. It's another one of those really nice ones that's got a cap on it. Ignore the fact that I can't get into the tube, but I'm just challenged that way. Nice, pretty small brush. It's not as small as the one that I keep trying to replace the same brush, and I can never find one that's as small as that one. But I'm gonna keep trying. Then I also got a little Cuticle Cleaner brush bit, which I have been wanting to try, and I keep looking. I'm like, do I really think that's a good idea? I decided I would bite the bullet, and I got one of those. I love it, by the way. And then I got a whole bunch of rhinestones. These ones are so sparkly. Like, seriously, they catch the light so well, and they're so ever so slightly iridescent. Gorgeous. Then I got this set that's all black, white, or black, silver, and pink. And there's different sizes of all 3 colors. The quality of these rhinestones isn't there as much, but they weren't very expensive. And if you like black, silver, and pink, it's a good little set. And then I got these that are all different kinds of gold studs, or gold and silver, just studs and different things, different shapes, some bar ones, different, just kind of a variety of little pieces. And then this set of all clear, and these are the pointy kind of crystally looking rhinestones, so they have to be set into something. They can't just be set on a natural nail because they do have the pointy back, but they are stunning. So pretty. I actually have those on my nails right now, and they are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So I am going to begin the nail, and I started with just a blue sparkly overlay on the nail, and I'm just going to kind of carry that down. It's a darker blue. I want it to have a really nice contrast with the white that I knew I wanted to use on the elephant coloring, and I don't know, I was feeling blue and teal. So I start out with a nice sparkly blue background. That's one of my favorite acrylics anyway, so I use it all the time. I know there was a while where practically every design I did started out with that color of acrylic in the background. It was like every time I thought, what color should I use? I'm like, ooh, I want to use this one again. So I just kept using it. So anyways, then I'm going to encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic. This is going to provide strength and protect that little bit of glitter that is in the blue background. It's just a hint. It's not too overpowering. It's just like this soft little glitteriness in the background. Kind of reminds me of a sky, like a night sky. And then after that clear acrylic is set, I'm going to go through and I'm going to be filing my nail into shape, and I'm going to start with just kind of a coarse bit. This bit is also from Banggood, and I'll include the review when I reviewed these 2 bits in the description box below, but I can also stick their links in there. I love them. They are my favorite 2 bits. I use them in pretty much every single video. So I'll include those in there too, just in case you're curious. And then I'm just going to use this Cuticle Cleaner bit just to clean around it. I know on this nail you can't really do anything because it's not actually attached, but I also then went and just got rid of the dust that was on my hand just from filing the other one, and it tickles. It definitely tickles, but I like it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't abrade the skin or anything at all. And when I just redid my mother's nails on Sunday, her birthday, but when I redid my mother's nails, and when I was doing it, she goes, "Oh, I love that thing. It feels so much better than the manicure brush that you use." So I would say that thing is actually pretty cool, and they are, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 96% sure that they are disinfectable So that's also a really good thing. This one I plan on just using at my house, so I'm not too worried about that, but to use in a salon, that would be something to verify. But yeah, so then I'm going to start sculpting on my elephant, and I began with a really pretty teal color of acrylic. That's almost everything on him is done in this teal. I did use just a little bit of white for his tusks, but I kind of began and I sculpted down his forehead and then widened right at the base of his head, or of his skull, for the little top area of his tusks, and then continued his trunk down and just very, very gently curled it up a little bit nearing the tip. I wanted to make sure that I left a little bit of room at the tip for some rhinestones, because I definitely felt like, I don't know, adding lots of rhinestones. Do you guys ever get in that mood where all of a sudden it feels like you just really want to really glitz something up? I've been in that mood where it's like on my natural nails and on designs I've done, I've been adding a boatload of rhinestones and studs recently. Don't know what it is exactly, just kind of the mood I'm in, apparently. I'm feeling extra glamorous recently or something. But then I'm going to be also adding his ears. You want to make sure that the top portion of his ear, the part that actually has like the bone and everything is attached to, is a little bit thicker, and then the skin part, the flap that hangs down, you want to make sure that's kind of thin as it's down there. And then I know that I'm kind of off just a touch, but then I'm just going to be touching up and making the little top of the tusk area a little thicker, a little more defined, and then with white adding the actual tusks down below coming off of that, just a little bit, just a touch of white, doesn't take much acrylic at all, and just pull that into a nice little pointed shape. If you set that right up against the top of that tusk area, the top line should go in really nicely, and you can just pull it down. So now with white paint, I'm going to be doing all of my little henna-like design on him. So I began with just a little half, like not exactly half circle because it's not, but a crescent shape at the top, and then I'm going to go above that and add some petal type shapes. As I was doing this, I had, I would say 4 or 5, I think that's what it was. I think it was 5 pictures, 5 henna elephant photos up, and I just went and I took different ideas and different design elements from the different images that I was looking at, and I just kept taking from different ones. I don't like to replicate something in any of my work. I always try to avoid that as much as I can. So when I'm doing something like this and I kind of want to get it, I guess authentic is the way, authentic, but I don't want to copy something. If you look at multiple images, then you can pull from different sources and get your own style on things because you're picking out what you like from each one, and it still has the authenticity because it's coming from them. I hope that all makes sense. But I just kept adding the designs. I started out his forehead and then kind of worked my way down. When I did get nearing his eye area, I did want to add his eyes in before I started designing around them, just to make sure that I wouldn't cover them up or design too close to them. I wanted to make sure that I did give them plenty of space. And then I just did a repetitive pattern going down his trunk. So I just kept kind of redoing the same little design, couple dots, couple lines, going back and forth like that, just to fill that in. And so that was nice and repetitive and quick and easy. Then just a couple dots up the skin part of his tusks, and then just a line to highlight his tusks, and then a little design on his ears. And I was trying to keep this symmetrical. So I did the design on one ear, and then I went to the other side and I did the exact same thing on the other ear. I guess not the exact same thing because nothing that's hand painted is exact. If you do a lot of hand painting, you'll know that to be true. But I just repeated myself. So then with black paint, I went through and I just kind of updated and redefined his pupils because they didn't show up nearly as well as I'd wanted them to, so I did those with black. And then also with black, I'm just going to do a couple outlines, basically the necessary outlines so that it's still visible what it is that you're looking at. After that paint's all dry, I'm going to take some builder gel, just apply that right along that top little half circle that we did, and then grab a curved little bar shape out of that stud set and set that in there, and the curve actually matched really well. And then I placed a rhinestone below it. I just added a couple little studs and rhinestones on this design on the elephant, just those two, that gold one and the little rhinestone, just on the places where it made sense. I didn't want to upset my design, but I wanted to add some glamour to him as well. So then I continued and I added just a little bit of sort of a stud bar rhinestone thing down below. So I used a straight little gold stud and then two black rhinestones and 2 of those little clear ones. After I had those ones done, I did throw that into the lamp to cure to make sure that as I'm continuing to work on the rest of it, they're not going to slide around and move on me, that those are going to stay where I put them. So if you just throw those in, even if you just flash cure them just to set them enough that they're not going to move, that's probably a wise idea. After that, I'm going to be kind of filling in the top area with some more of those rhinestones. I took a longer bar because in that set, there was different sizes of them. So I took a longer one, I set that down, going straight down the center, and then 2 of those bigger teal rhinestones out of that set that I said was so pretty because it just caught the light and is slightly iridescent. And then 2 black ones. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell in the video, the black ones aren't nearly as reflective and shiny, and they don't pick up the light as well, but they are still They are still pretty and they are still rhinestones. Cure that, flip the nail over, add some builder gel right underneath the tip of the nail, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to be adding some rhinestones underneath as well, because it just needed it. It just needed a crap load of rhinestones. It really did. So I just kept adding them. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to be just encasing. No, I'm not. I'm going to be applying a layer of gel sealer over the top of the background, kind of avoiding or going around the rhinestones a little bit. Same thing on the underside. After the top is cured, go ahead and apply some of that underside to make sure it's nice and shiny, and then apply some matte top coat over the top of the 3D elephant. Make sure that you do not apply any of that matte top coat on any of the rhinestones or any of the studs, because it's going to make them look not anywhere near shiny as you want them to. You want them to be nice and shiny and glittery and sparkly and reflective. And that is it. Like I said, I love this elephant, and I actually have done an elephant themed henna design recently, so I don't know, I was feeling it. I hope you guys like it, and don't forget to share recreations with me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!